Hello everybody and welcome to another video. The World According to Lonza. I am Andrew Lonza and today and tonight is kind of like what I call the mini Halloween. It is Friday the 13th, 2025. That's Jason. You guys know that's that theme song for Friday the 13th. Anyways, so Friday the 13th, the movie, is one of the few horror films, or what is maybe a handful of horror films that take place during the summertime and not during Halloween time, or not during the winter time. The majority of the horror movies that you think about take place, during the autumn or during the fall. So I thought it would be fun to make a short list of some of my favorite movies that take place or have summer theme elements. My criteria, how did I made this list? My prerequisites for the list, or the movies have to have two of the following. One, they have to be taking place during summer, or two, taking place during in a location that has a hot element in it, and they cannot have snow. It cannot take place during Christmas. Sorry, Nightmare Before Christmas won't be on this list. They can't be too gothic-y, because gothic-y doesn't really go with summer sunshine vibes. No Halloween movie. The Halloween movies are not on this list, and The Exorcist is not on this list. Count Dracula is not on this list, and Frankenstein, I hate to say, is not on this list. But here are some fun summer themed movies that are scary and horror that you can watch with Jurassic Park, I guess, or any of the other summer blockbusters. Okay. Now none of these movies necessarily have to be been released in summer. The only one that I know that was for sure that was released in summer was Jaws, which is coming up on its 50th anniversary. So Jaws was a horror film that was actually released during the summer months. June 20th, I believe, Jaws was released. Yes, June 20th, 1975. But anyways, without further ado, here are some fun summer movies you can watch during the 4th of July that have no snow in it. So, no shining, of course, and blah, blah, blah. No snow, no go, no gothicism, no gothicism, no go, no Frankenstein, no Dracula. So, let's get on to it. I know you guys have been waiting. Alright, I'm going to recommend for my first summer themed movies, I'm going to tell you why. And now this one, before we get started, I have one honorable mission. There's a sequel to a movie that I didn't put on my list because I didn't have a Blu-ray to it to show you. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer, and I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. The summer is in the title. Those movies are kind of slasher fun movies starring Jennifer Love Hewitt and Fresh Prinze Jr. On to the actual list. The first movie set of films I'm going to talk about is from Universal Studios. The first one coming out in 1932. I put this movie on the list because it takes place in Egypt, and it's filmed in that, but it's filmed obviously at Universal Studios. on the back lots there. All the films are filmed in Universal Studios. So it has LA vibes, summer beach, a bit next to the beach. And there's a ride, the new movies with Brandon Fraser. Um, there's a famous, cool roller coaster ride. It's a big franchise. They've been trying to do it with redid it with Tom Cruise. It wasn't so successful, making that monsterverse a thing, like they're trying to do with the MCU and the DCU. It's The Mummy. This movie starts off in Cairo, Egypt, and all the movie, you might think this is the most typical Halloween movie, but if you look at the setting here, The Mummy from 1932, The Mummy's Hand from 1940, The Mummy's Tomb from 1942, The Mummy's Ghost from 1954. Pretty much all these films have sweating and Egyptian themes and desert themes, and would go good with a good I don't know, Mediterranean meal and a Mediterranean drink, and very pop culture, pop culture, and with the new Universal horror universe in Florida, and with summer coming along, Universal Studios having mega summer night, I think this will be a fun summer movie. All right, the next one, jumping from the 30s to the 40s to the 50s. Y'all, this one, I think this one came out in March, so the beginning of spring. Not really summer release, but definitely has summer elements. Tropics, Lagoons, I just gave away the title. Filmed also on Universal Studios with the tour, you can see it. The Creature from the Black Lagoon from 1954, The Revenge of the Creature from 1955, and The Creature Walks Among Us. I believe all these movies, none of them have snow element. The first one is that's actually, if you watch the first one and you watch Jaws, Steven Spielberg even admitted that there's a scene that he kind of copied from The Creature of the Last Lagoon. That's the woman swimming, and instead of the shark, it's the creature. This is a horror film, monster movie, throwback, very 50s, very pop culture. So most movie fans have probably seen this, but this is fun. And the second one, by the way, the fun fact of the second one is that's Clint Eastwood's first film. The first film ever was Revenge of the Creature from 1955. Those are fun facts. Some of the movie was filmed in Florida, but most of the movie was filmed in the backlocks. The lagoon, and the beach, I think is the beach, Santa Monica. I have to really look it up, but there's some of the underwater stuff is Florida. Some of the lagoon stuff is Universal in LA. So yeah. And this will go with a daiquiri. Have a daiquiri. I don't know, a tropical daiquiri. Sounds good, right? All right, moving right along. We're jumping in the 60s, because I couldn't really find too much in the 60s. I'm sure if you thought about it, I think the only one, didn't do much research, but I believe the original Night of the Living Dead took place in July. But we skipped in the 60s, and we're moving on to the 70s, and this was a summer slasher film. Some people consider it the first slasher film. Before Jason, before Friday the 13th, there is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes, a lot of people, this is very Halloweenish. Maze at Universal Studios and Horror Nights, and it's more of you think of it more of Halloween time. But this is actually, the story takes place On August 18th, I remember the date that the story took place. August 18th, 1973, and it was released in 1974. Based on this is Psycho, and this is based on Ed Gein, the real serial killer. Um, Directed by Todd Hooper. He also did Poltergeist. Fun fact. So if you like Poltergeist, you like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Um, this is a good movie to have a beer, maybe a patch blue ribbon with, because it's kind of like a teenager or young adults. I don't want to say teenagers. They look maybe 20s, early late 20s. But, you know, the theme of most of these films is that young adults get into trouble because they just want to have some fun and they mess around, they fuck around, and they find out, right? And there's not too many survivors. This is a very big film, big classic. Millions of people have seen it. This is a cult classic. Lots of people who like horror have seen it, but this is definitely a summer film. All right. The very next year, and it's probably considered the best summer film of all time. I'm just going in chronological order of the release dates. Since we were just in 74, now we're in 75. We just talked about it. Not too much needs to be said about this movie. Most of you who are film buffs know every inside about this movie. Film and Martha Vineyard. They built the shark. None of Universal. We have, let's see, 3 Universal franchises in this list. So, and it's having its 50th anniversary this year. It came out 6/20/75. This Jaws, based on the book. Summer, 4th of July. The whole movie takes place during the 4th of July. And as you can see, summer activities. And fun fact, like, I'm cautious when I go in the water, but I like to go swimming. And I never got bitten by no shark. I don't want to jinx myself, but I never got bitten by no shark. Plus, I go up north. There's a little bit by Morro Bay and Pismo. Not too many sharks. Or, well, if there are, then they don't come around when I'm swimming. But just word of the wise: always be cautious of your surroundings and know what's going on. But enjoy the water. Don't go in too deep. Know your skills. Here's my advice: know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. Know your strengths. Know your weaknesses. And enjoy going in the water. But be cautious. Be cautious. This is a classic movie. Nominated for Best Picture, by the way. Lost to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but it was definitely nominated for tons of Oscars. And won 3 Oscars. Right here. But yes, put Steven Spielberg pretty much on the map, and it's fun. And you have a shrimp cocktail with this, maybe eat some fish. And I'm sure you can go online and find a whole bunch of fun Jaws themed drinks. I have my Jaws shirt behind me, but I thought I'll represent my tattoo since it's Friday the 13th. Yeah, Lonza. Alright. And the last recommendation I already did. There's a handful of summer themed movies that take place in the horror films that take place in summer. I can't name them all, but probably the best number one that is a horror film, and it's today, is Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, part 1. And I put this one part 1 because it's not just 4th of July, but it says summer camp. It says a date on it. It's June 13th. You watch these 2 back to back, you're having yourself a summer ball, y'all. These 2 back, this is like the order you should watch. Right here. No, wait. Like this. It's right. Yeah, like this, yo. Or like this. start with Texas Chainsaw, Jaws, and the first two. I know for sure the first four, roughly the first four Friday the 13th movies have summer vibes. All kind of take place when they take place in the Camp Crystal Lake. Um, Five is kind of, once you get to 6, 7, 8, 9, then you start to get into the actual Halloween vibes because it's still foresty until you get Jason McMahon and and then it gets straight up, straight up fall. And there's only one Nightmare on Elm Street movie if you would like them. If you watch Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, big pool scene, lots of fun, and it's the only one I know with a pool scene. Alright guys, he's looking forward to I Know What You Did Last Summer. He's looking forward to Meg. He's looking forward to, July's going to be big. He's looking forward to Jurassic Park Rebirth. Superman, bum 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 bum. Lots of information on Superman. Lots of information. Oh, F1 looks good, and that comes out on my birthday. Meg comes out on my birthday. Then we have Jurassic World Rebirth. Then we're rocking with Superman, which should be $1 billion film. So should Jurassic Park, should be $1 billion film. And then Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. Not four. Not for that's a tongue twister. Fantastic Four, but not four. Not the fourth one. Yeah, you got it. Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, Alien. There's an Alien in August. TV wise, there's a new prequel to Alien. Last year was Alien Romulus. There's Alien Earth that looks really, really good. You've probably seen the commercials on the NBA Finals. And let's see. Go to Universal Studios, check it out. Disneyland celebrating its 70th. Check that out. Knott's Berry Farm is always a good place to do your DC stuff. There's going to be a new roller coaster at Universal Studios. Fast and Furious. And that's the quick update news of the world of entertainment. Still filming Odyssey. The movie's been going on for a while. That's like a 5-month production. Let's see. I believe they're going to cast the new Wonder Woman soon. And that's pretty much it for blockbuster news. There's some after that we get into serious films like Caught Stealing and the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie. And shit, my fucking thing froze.